Please note that the opinions expressed on this channel do not necessarily reflect those of the Tonya 23 experience. We hereby assert our right to utilize media clips for the sole purpose of reporting and informing our audience. These video clips are used in accordance with fair use principles and applicable copyright laws. Thanks so much for your viewing.
Please visit our website and sign up with your email address to get the notifications in case other social media outlets fail sending out notifications for some reason. www.tonya23.com or www.holisticquelineshaven.org. Also, check out our retail store Holistic Emporium. As a treat to see what style I'm rocking and as promotion of myself, I will be wearing fashion sponsored by Tonya23. Classy news. That's it. That's all.
Yes. Well, the fashions that she's talking about, first of all, hello, everyone. I'm Tonya 23 Experience, and this is the family, Riz. The introduction talked about how during the podcast, I'll be wearing some of my own fashions. Well, this is it. This is one of my brands, and it's called Mood Vibes by Tonya 23, and they are embroidered and not iron on. And if you'd like to check out some of our fashions, you could go over to www.tonya23.com and check out the retail store on that site. So, peace, Riz. How's your week going so far? How was your week? Well, it's Sunday, so how'd it go?
Busy week in the kitchen, at work. You know how I go.
Yes.
It's busy. It's always something.
Absolutely. I was trying to check your volume. Do you think you can you turn up your volume some, or
is that better?
A little bit better? Yeah, it does sound a little clearer. Okay.
It might be that I don't have the mic. I don't know if it has a mic on it. It might be I don't have the mic closed, so
yes,
I turn it up.
I know.
It might be something like that. These are not iPhone headphones anyway. Apple headphones. No.
Yes, as we know, I've been having technical difficulties for the last hour here. We should have been on a little bit after 9 o'clock, but thank you, Brother Rizzy, for your patience. I know time is everything, you know.
I had my phone charge anyway. When you send the link, I was like, I can't even do that right now. My phone was like on 4%. It juiced up to about 78%.
Always something going on.
I was about to jump on an iPad. I was like, man, I might have to do this on the iPad tonight.
Yes, my iPads are so filled up because of my iCloud. They keep coming after me to buy more storage, and I'm not buying a darn thing.
Too, and I'm not doing it either.
Yeah, that's damn. It's like they got a IV stuck in your arm, the damn Apple people. And then I found out that they owe millions of dollars back for Siri or whatever, listening to people and whatnot. But they actually owe people because that damn iTunes that you have to have some form of payment hooked up to it all the time. They stay going in my account because I got the music channel and the storage thing, which is it's $10 a month, but every time I turn around, it seems like they going in my damn account. And I said, watch, they gonna come out and say that they was taking too many damn payments from people. Yeah.
So you know what I do to them? I used to get the soda caps, right?
Soda caps?
Soda caps and different things have like subscriptions for like 3 months. You get a new earphone, they give you an Apple Swallow. Wait till the 3 months run out. Use that again. So it got to the point where I've been using them so much. It's like once in a while I might pay for it once every 6 months. But I was like, I'm not about to pay y'all for no music, to the point that like they don't even bother my phone. It's been some months since they bothered me about music and the subscription. My music just plays freely.
Yeah.
I'm like, good about time. Like, how do y'all charge people for music when they can go online on YouTube and listen to the song anyway?
I was saying that because we was watching this what was it? Some sort of a cartoon, but it was more of an adult anime thing, and it had the Ninja Turtles on there. And what caught my mind was I was doing something and I kept hearing I said, wow, well, this is a show. They using the rap songs and they not even changing the lyrics. I said, what's up with that? So that made me start paying attention to it. So as I'm looking at it, another part of the show comes on and they using Kodak Black song straight up. And I said, yo, I told my husband, I say, this is what's happening. I said, if I wanted to use some of that music behind my YouTube video, I would get a strike or whatever. I said, and because none of us own none of the masters to the music that we put out. They can't even use their own music on their YouTube videos on their channel because they don't own the rights to their own music, yo.
Why you think
Yeah,
I'm
this
not doing
shit
my
is
music?
sad. It's gotta stop.
It can be stopped. You gotta go to United Masters. You gotta anything like any of my beats and stuff that I make, man, I will go to jail behind my music, man. When I say I go, because it's only the two things that I create in this world come from me: food and music.
Yeah,
I go to jail behind my craft, man, because you can't get that nowhere else. I make that.
Right.
Nobody gonna compose it like me.
And how in the world is they gonna make some kind of contract that makes you sign over your damn talent to the point where you can't even use it? That's crazy. Like
they go back to what
and they're not even
said.
dead. I could see like if the artist dies or whatever, and they still got the masters or whatever. But this the thing. These artists are alive and they can't even use that. Like this is
because
terrible. They've been doing it for too long.
They sign the wrong deals. They don't pay attention. They don't see us. They see us as 3/4 of a man. So if they see you as 3/4 of a man, anything that you make, you in their mind, you're not smart enough or wise enough to deserve what you made. You got lucky. Give me that. You don't know what to do with that ball. So I'm not the one. I will go to jail behind my music. That's why I put a lot of stuff
I would be livid, yo. I'm living for them. Like I'm mad for them, and it's not even my music, but I'm feeling it too because I'm paying to have access to the songs, and I can't even use it on behind my video. Like if I have my phone right now and I got my iTunes account, I turn on some music and we're talking and politics and whatever, I'll get a strike on my channel because I was playing this in the background. Like,
now I got a question to ask.
And they real nasty with it because it's not even their music and they are very evil with it. You know what I'm saying? They won't let us play it. No way. They won't let us play it nowhere.
Nah, I got a question to ask you.
They taking our music, they put it in Facebook. You can access it, and you can access it on Instagram. Like if you're making a video, you can put the music behind it, but that's the only way you can use it is if you use it on their platforms. But YouTube keeps striking people for using music that's on their platform. That's bullshit.
It's a way around that. Now I'm about to ask you, right? As far as music, what kind of music are you looking for? Are you looking for beats like background music?
Well, you know, like R&B, background beats or whatever. But sometimes I might want to play my favorite song.
So this is what you do. I'm going to put you on game, sister. Try to look into a lot of underground artists or people that you know that's doing their thing.
Yeah.
And get what it is. You can probably get some kind of consent permission. And in getting that consent permission, you can run their music and start getting dumb big. Because, man, I hate to say it, sister.
And I'm saying I would mention who the music is from and kind of like promote them. Yeah. I mean, I would definitely do that.
So
because how they doing it now is crazy.
Yeah, let's leave these big artists alone. Because guess what? I got an idea. Leave these big artists alone. They're already established. They whoever it is, we like their stuff, but they're not smart enough where they're playing the game that we all can win. And when I say where they're playing the game that we all can win, they're not paying attention to those contracts, the fine prints, the agreements that they're signing. So at the end of the day, it may not be them suing you or whatever. It may be the people that own the masters to their stuff, because some of those artists, they like their music to get shared out. They're not going to sue you because you're not using it in a negative aspect.
At least it's being right.
You got to pay attention to the media. The media is controlling it. Anytime you got a positive message and you're pushing a song that they have the masters to, they may not like it.
You're right. And they strike you. That's what they're doing to all of us.
That's why I said, let's go to these these artists, because I'm quite sure where you're at, there's a bunch of artists.
Mm-hmm.
Just all you gotta do is like maybe get clicked up with some of the more spiritual artists. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
spiritual artist. I got different
Mm-hmm.
things that you can play on your platform, but
Well,
a
let's
lot of my
go. I
stuff
didn't know
is
you
not.
did music, brother
Yeah,
Rizzy. You
a
was
lot of my
keeping that
stuff is
from
not
me.
there ready. But as I slowly get my stuff ready,
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep you updated, and we'll work something out where
Yeah.
you can get. And I got
All I
some.
need is one track to play the same thing over and over for the
I got
intro.
some brothers. I got some Islamic brothers too that do music with me too. So we can
Yeah.
really get something on the platform.
Right. Let's
Something more
do it. Cause
positivity.
I got a couple bars I
So
could
here
write too
what?
for my intro.
One of these days, it's a brother I wanted to bring on the show as a guest. But
Mm-hmm.
every time, like tonight, I probably would have brought him on as a guest if I had slid over there. But every time I try to do it, it's just the time don't hit. It's
Right,
like
right.
he be doing something else, or you may not have a
Yeah,
show or
it's gonna
something
work.
going on. But in coordinating that, because that's my engineer. The brother
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about is my engineer. So in
Cool.
coordinating that, we could probably get something running, because
Yeah.
I got the other brother who's also Islamic as well. He just started hopping on a couple of the beats that I do and other beats as well. So I got
Mm-hmm.
something I'm working on over there on that end.
Yeah.
If I
That's
could
what's up.
bring it together.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
everything
That's
I'm trying
great.
to do is just trying to bring things together for my brothers and my sisters. I'm living life, but I suffer in the physical because I have a bigger picture spiritually. So physically I suffer a lot. And
Let's
when I say
talk about that.
I suffer from the tremors of the opposition on the other side, and when people are possessed by different entities. And it could be people close to you, it could be people far away from you, people you work with every day. I work with a motherfucking chef every day, the exec. This motherfucker, he carries the opposing entity, the prejudging. And me saying prejudging, there's another word that goes to it, and you know the word that goes to it. They spell it differently. If you know, you know. I ain't got to say that.
Mm-hmm.
So I deal with a lot of, hey, I'm going to show you this picture of this colored individual and how they look, and I see it to be funny. Man shows me a picture of, he goes on a Facebook, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess he has a Facebook profile. Mine now, this guy is around, my mama is older than him and my sisters are older than him. So he's about 51, 52. I'm going to say 52 to be, just to be safe. So he's from the Netherlands. So that Dick Gregory video I sent you where he talking about them people that we were, the opposers we were at war with, now they're able to come over and they get treated better than us. He's acting in that energy. You're not from here. You're from somewhere else, but you come over here and you see how your other counterparts of your same is acting. So you feel that you could treat what's supposedly the opposition the same way. So you stuck in your ways for years. You've always been like that, but you're trying to play it out in a mental aspect, and I ignore you. I don't give it any energy. So it's like you stuck now. You don't know what to do. So I deal with a lot of mental. He shows me you could even look it up on, you can Google it. Little Ike's my first play monitor. And it's a black kid.
Say it again, it's a what?
Little Ike's, Little Tyke, what is it? Tyke? The toy?
Little Tyke,
Yeah, my first monitor, ankle monitor.
Oh, I saw that.
With the black kid on Facebook with the little flat top.
I saw it.
So when I seen that and he put it to me, I didn't even get mad. I laughed at him because I know that is something, that's a tool that they use against us. So like, bro, I'm already ahead of you. You're basically telling me you're a tyrant. You're an imperialist. So now if I open up my mind and say, get out of here with your imperialist jokes, I'll be wrong, right? How would you feel then?
Right.
You escalated something that was very little that you could have kept to yourself as a joke, and you bring it to a brother, and you don't even know the level I'm on. You don't know the level I'm on physically, but there's an entity. There's a black one to it. The black one, not the white one, the black one. Look the black boy up. He got a little box top.
Hold on.
And that makes it even worse right there because he could have picked the white one, but he went for the black one. That makes it even worse.
Right.
That make it worse. You gonna see him? He got a little. He got a little. One of them little flat tops, like back in the days when they had the when they used to do like that, when they had the box tops in the videos, the Bobby Brown days and shit.
Why they trying to hide the black baby one?
You gotta Google it. Little Ike and Little Ike, my first monitor, and all of them will come up if you Google it. You can't TikTok it. You gotta Google it. Google will give it to you.
Oh.
They ain't TikTok ain't gonna give it to you. Google gonna give you that. TikTok might have it, but it's probably hidden.
Hold on.
You see that, you gonna really see what I was saying. And that's about the third black joke he done told. And I be saying, damn, I got good self-control. What if I wake up one day and he say the wrong shit and I just sock the shit out that man? I'll try to tell you, man. It just messes with your head to think like that.
They took it down.
No, they didn't. I'm about to what you call it. They did not take that shit down. Little Tights, my first ankle monitor image. Hit images. You gotta hit images. Little Ike, my first it should be like an images thing say images will come across your screen. Right down in that search column. Right where it say where you got search down below. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna about to put my what you call it on. You won't find it because they ain't take it down that damn fast. I know they didn't. Ain't no way they take it down that quick.
I'm looking for it. I'm a pretty good searcher. Let me see. I got my little Ike, my first baby monitor, images of the black child.
Nah, don't type that. Just type Lil Ike, my first baby monitor, and underneath where it say search, where y'all
I did that. Nothing came up.
Images. Ain't
see?
No, wow. I'm about to look it up. I got the I'm about to turn my what you call it on. Look for it right now. That's crazy. How it's not coming up on your thing.
Images. I can't find it. I'm seeing every
they
baby.
Took it down. That means a lot of people been talking about that shit.
Wait, my first.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope. I don't see it.
I'm about to look for it now.
But I saw it. I definitely saw it.
That mean they
They took it down because there's probably a lawsuit somewhere.
Somebody complained about that shit. No, they didn't. They ain't take it down. I'm looking dead at it right now.
Wait a minute. What site you on?
I went to Google. I put TIKES types, my first ankle monitor. Underneath, I click images. I'm looking dead at it right now. I don't know if you can see what I see. You see the black kid?
Oh.
With the box top? I'm looking dead at it.
I see the little. Let me keep scrolling. All I see is the white kid.
Oh, they try to take that. They really try to take it down. I guess because TikTok exposed them. I got the images of it though.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna turn the screen around. I'm still scrolling.
You see in my screen?
No, I'm gonna turn it around now. Yeah, what you got? Let me see. There your screen go. Yep, I see it. That's on TikTok though, right?
It's supposed to be on TikTok.
Somebody that had it on TikTok.
They took it down because somebody exposed it. They kept posting it, and I've been talking about this for 2-3 days now. That's powerful. They took it down.
Yeah, but it's been out for like some months. I saw it like some months
Somebody
ago.
caught on. White people kept pushing it, and then it became what it became, man. That's some stereotypical ish right there. You
Oh,
pushing
absolutely.
black people, man. Man, do you know the words I'm
There
gonna
was
use? But we
something
on
else
the
before that. It was a different toy. Something else before that. They had a problem with the Barbies. The Barbies wasn't black. Then I remember the Cabbage Patches and yeah, everything, every toy
before
that
the
comes
Barbies
out.
and the Cabbage Patches, it was the cartoons.
Yeah, they was
A lot
I
of the
think
black
after that they had
superheroes
to
you
do the
got, they don't.
Hispanic ones and the Mexican Cabbage Patches and it was crazy.
A lot of the black cartoons, if you pay attention, right, the superheroes, the comic books,
Yeah.
between DC and Marvel, one of them wanted them and one of them didn't allow them in the universe, in the DC or the Marvel universe. I don't remember exactly which one it is, but you got a
Probably
lot
both
of
at
black
some point.
characters that
Mm-hmm.
have been denied. That's why I'm not gonna lie to you, low key. I don't really like to support them because I know that they're owned by people
Yeah, I
of the
don't either.
of
I
the
really
opposing
have no
energy,
use for.
and I'm not stuck in the American dream where I want to go to a movie and see this and see that. I mean, I'm more living in the life that I want to be more standoffish and boycott a lot of their stuff because it's a lot of things that they do behind closed doors and laugh at us.
Everything.
I'm not doing it no more, man.
Listen,
I know better.
apparently
I know
that
better.
is the perspective of the globe because I happened to do a global search today and almost every continent in every country had protests going on. And I noticed Germany, no, it was what other country? It was another country that was protesting German immigrants coming in. So there's a big immigration, it's a global immigration thing. So apparently one of these countries got flooded by German immigrants.
Yeah, you got all that stuff going on. What you expect gonna happen?
What did it say? Bosnia? One of these places. Hold on.
Bosnia again. I ain't heard about them since the early 2000s, late 90s. We back in Bosnia again.
It was
Scorpios are
they got a lot going on in Germany. But
Bet they do.
yeah, I
But
believe it
we're
was
not hearing nothing on the media
Bosnia.
about Germany. I haven't been hearing nothing on the media about Germany.
No, you're not going to hear what's going on in the rest of the planet.
Nah.
But the same issues that's going on here is going on here it is Serbia. Major anti-corruption protests in Serbia about German immigrants.
Who Germany with?
Hundreds of Tuscanians gathered to protest immigration policies. So this is a world thing. It's more than 3 or 4 countries protesting about immigration policies. They had a huge the Mexicans are protesting because they don't think that they should leave. So LA and all Arizona and all these different states, Texas and all the states had the big protest today, New York. But I kind of cackled at that. Like, are y'all out of your freaking mind? You came running over the border, and now you're protesting because you gotta go. Like, what? Damn, I tell you, those people got some bosakas on them.
They thought it was a game.
You don't even see now. What has been disturbing me is the reaction of Black folks to all of these policy changes that Trump is making. It's being looked at on the most root level. That's the only word I could say without, and be respectful, would be it's being looked at on a very root level. And I'm sorry to say, I don't think our people was benefiting off of those programs anyway.
They wasn't.
I've been paying attention for a long time, and I've seen everybody else benefiting off of our civil rights programs for the longest time. And I don't see what y'all are cackling about. Like, I really don't. Y'all are, not y'all, but we as a people are still suffering.
They don't realize that.
I could see if it had you in a decent position in life.
Not even.
And that you would make an uproar, that they would just snatch it. But whatever it is, what, the school lunch program? Is that what what are they taking away? What are they literally taking away? I heard somebody talking about they're upset because they're trying to get rid of Black History Month and holidays. I thought we was trying to get done with all of their bullshit holidays. Right. We need to be creating our own. Here's our opportunity.
No,
we complain about I don't celebrate none of that crap. Your Thanksgiving, your Christmas, all that shit. Y'all can have it all back.
They too comfortable. They too comfortable sleeping. Trump. They want to die like that. So let them die. I'm at the point where I'm just gonna let them die.
Their reactions
you can't help
is crazy. And these are supposed to be people of faith and all of this other stuff. It seems to be out the window. Y'all are looking crazy out there. That's fact.
They're oppressed. They can't see that.
Yeah, yo, and you can tell.
See that. So when they can't realize that they oppressed and they sick and something's wrong, it's only so much you can do.
Crying, wishing death on the man, doing all they little voodoo rituals and shit. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Y'all is
tell you, man,
mentally challenged, yo.
They don't see a lot of us that it can work. And where it's going to work and it's going to basically how I look at it is like this. You're going to get rid of a lot of that stuff, right? And by you getting rid of a lot of stuff, people have no choice but to make it happen for themselves now. And make it happen in the aspect where,
merit-based, where things are merit-based. You got to go and grab it. Government ain't going to help you. Would you rather your friend hook you up with all your opportunities in life, or would you rather get it based on your skills and talent? Or you want everything?
I'd rather get it based on my skills and talent.
Exactly. Because I think that was really crippling our people, especially the ones that sitting home having children after children and this and that, collecting a check and thinking that it's gonna on income tax time you about to blow up. All that's a wrap.
Stagnancy. So by being in stagnancy, what it is you're doing, you're depriving yourself. The way the system was set up, they put all that there, right? Because they know that certain people wasn't going to do more than that. They're going to do just enough to get by. So now it's making it where like, nah, you ain't got no more of that. Remember when they had in school, well, for my generation in school, they had A, B, C's, D's, F's. People would like pass with D's, and they took the D's out of the school now. So no, you can't do a D no more. It's either A, B, C, or F. Ain't no more D's.
Wow.
Because people were using D's just to get by.
Right.
It's not failing, but it's not really passing. You just get by.
I don't want no airplane pilot that got D's.
Nah, you going down. I want to be above. A for
and
above,
that's the thing. If
down.
they affirmative action and all of that stuff like that, skills based, you need to be competitive out there. Yeah, because the American brain compared to the rest of the world and what they're trying to do, you got to stay competitive.
I'm not even going to lie.
Other countries, all they want to do is be smarter than Americans.
I've been trying to refreshing it. And when I say refreshing it, I really would like to connect with people out in Africa and see what they're going on. See if I could use some of their technology, different gadgets that they got coming out. Something like, I would feel good because We buy from all these other motherfuckers, and they not
Right.
our brothers.
I'm
and our
actually
sisters.
working on that right now. And then
That's
one of the
great.
marketplaces that I had connects with burnt down. The big ass marketplace in Ghana burnt down.
Of course it did. But you gotta remember Ghana.
Soon as I make a connection, right?
Yeah. The minute you make a connection and energy strong,
it's a real big force
they
trying to
gonna
stop
chop you.
us. It's a real big force trying to stop us, yo. But
you
it's a
can't
wrap.
stop. I was listening
Can't.
to Bruce Lee today. You can't stop water. Like he always says that water takes the shape of anything. Water can crash, it can creep, it can be solid. You can't hear when water coming. He say flow like water, become like water.
Be fluent, yeah. Flow like water.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
70% water or more.
Yeah.
You become like that.
More than that, yeah.
Nature. We are that nature, so we gotta be.
I
in
definitely
that
get that. I've actually really thought about that same concept. Like that's weird.
You, that man was on point, Bruce. Yeah, I remember something about Sagittarius.
I literally mentioned his name earlier today.
That's confirmation.
Yep.
Sagittarius people, when they're in their mature stage, and a mature Sagittarius is a philosopher.
Oh,
I'm trying to tell you, Bruce was a teacher.
I'm a straight philosopher. That's like what I like to do. But there's people that all they get on YouTube and they want to gossip and know about this, that, and the other, and they don't have time to philosophize.
Exactly.
And reasoning is how you come to some of the greatest things in life. Yeah. How to solve issues and all of that stuff comes from reasoning, you know? So
wait, when you say reasoning, we're gonna go back to what we said a couple of weeks back. To reason is to resonate, to resonate.
Resonate, exactly. It's a frequency.
People don't get it though. You gotta understand, we live in a world where people use a word and they won't see the metaphor in it. So the reasons that they're doing things and the energy that's coming back is because you resonated with that energy and that frequency in the first place. So what goes around comes back around, aka what you resonate with.
And that's
people
the type.
Get that shit.
That's the type of knowledge that you get from philosophizing, because you gotta keep thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta keep going.
That's what we need to be doing. We need to be coming together and talking and philosophizing. That's what I remember doing. That's what I remember family did when I was younger. We were coming together. We were eating, cooking, dancing, talking, making plans about the future. And then they came and broke all our families up. The aunties ain't what the aunties used to be. The cousins ain't what the cousins used to be, and so forth and so on.
They started in the 1923 with this. They had a plan from a long time. In 1923. So you started this in 1962 years before I came about. So somebody that's 62 years old seen this from the beginning till my beginning. So just think back. Whatever year you were born, look at 1923 to that year and look at the people that saw the things from that beginning in your timeline. And I'm going to look at the people that saw that thing from the beginning in my timeline. The only person that would have saw that from the beginning in my timeline that I can recall right at the moment is my grandfather, which is my dad's dad, and my great-grandmom, which is my mom's mom.
My grandfather too. Recall. My grandfather and my father were philosophers, and they would sit up all night talking about like electricity, light, different things like that. Because we're scientists. Like that's you'll be surprised. A lot of us do that, but it is really the thinkers, you know. But we are the ones that's coming up with the real solutions, because you got to be able to come together and talk.
But this the thing. In doing what we do, it's not for everybody to know. And that's where we go wrong as a people. What we do, we supposed to move in silence. And when it's there, it's there. People don't even know how it got there. Just know it's there.
Yeah. We're saying the revolution is not televised.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It'll never be televised because it's for
And that's the
certain.
thing.
It's for certain eyes, so it'll never be televised.
Right. And we're not that good at keeping secrets.
Oh, I'm gonna keep it
Could you
100 with you,
imagine
sister.
all of us trying to
Sister,
keep that secret?
sister, there will be harsh consequences for people that sell out. There will be harsh consequences.
It need to be.
And anybody that want to stand up for them, they going with them too.
Mm-hmm.
It's harsh
Oh
harsh
my gosh.
consequences for that. I'm so serious. It's gonna be harsh
The
consequences for that.
sellouts. That would be our problem. We would be pulling each other back down in the barrel. They wouldn't even have to help us.
Nah,
They would do it
you know
themselves.
what we would do? I'm already ready to get it on a higher level. If you're not spiritual, you can't even be part of the organization as a whole for our people. Your spirit gotta be right. If you ain't even
Yeah.
right with that, I ain't fucking with you. Excuse my French.
And you
I'm
know
not.
what?
Nah, that's it.
No more of that getting fucking dreadlocks and you're not spiritual.
No more getting dreads. You're
Yo,
not spiritual.
we need to shut that shit down.
Right. A lot of people got it for style. You said
Yep.
that so right, sister.
To the point where they almost turned it into
A
criminal's hairstyle. You know,
that's what they wanted to do.
that little mop head look they got.
Yeah. Anything that we deal with, they want to turn that so that way we keep away from the reality, because the people that got dreads, they're very close to their spirituality, whether they know it or not.
And that's black people that did that, man. Right? Because in the beginning, you wouldn't even think of getting dreads unless you was on some Rasta shit. You know what I mean? What? It's a spiritual thing.
That's what I be telling people, right? The true Christianity, which started in Africa, is closer to spirituality in the Western Christianity you get, which is whitewashed.
Oh, yeah.
So people that claim that they're into Christianity, I tell them all the time, know the origins of what you're claiming, because if you don't know the origins, you sound foolish when somebody like me come along and really know what's going on. You funking the fraud.
Right.
You funking the fraud, man. So it's
Is that funking the fraud? Is that faking the funk? Faking the funk?
They funking the fraud. Meaning I can smell how funky that fraud is. Yeah, you faking the fraud too. That's old school, but I'm gonna put a little more old school. You're funking the fraud. I can smell the funk on that fraudulent shit. Straight up, man. You gotta tell them, man.
You got that funky fraud.
Yeah, man. Something funky around here. It's them lies, man. The shit that the stuff you've been oppressed and the stuff they've been telling you, man.
That's hilarious.
I'm trying to, and sometimes you gotta be a little hilarious with it, sister, because sometimes our people are a little too serious. And they don't see that there's dark human seriousness in everything that we do. It's like that slim borderline, man. It's that right there, that in between, that thin line between serious and dark humor.
Right.
But it needs to be addressed, man. Some people gonna laugh, but take it serious because, you know, life is bittersweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's so
That's
many things
why I kind of wanted to try my hand at comedy. I think I could do the stand-up shit, but I would be serious, but I would be hilarious. I think because I'll be in here cracking up.
You gotta be serious about it, right? But serious in the aspect that the crowd is able to relate. They're able to relate so well, they smile and they laugh because the shit's so real. Like
Dave Chappelle.
You know you gonna go down the road, right? You gonna walk down the road, depending on where you live, especially if it's a black community. It's gonna be that one person. I don't care where you going, they're gonna ask you if you got money, or they're gonna ask you what time it is. Always that one person.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And everybody gonna look back and think and say, damn, you know what? I had a moment like that. I can recall that. Matter of fact, that just happened an hour before I got to this show.
Yeah. I was now if somebody asks you what time it is, you look at them like they're crazy. Like
yeah, and then you know
where your cell phone at, goddamn it.
I mean,
what question? Don't be asking me no questions. Don't you got a cell phone?
in doing your show, what you do, everybody, you make little samples of certain products that you really want front, and when everybody come in, depending on how many the first 30 people get, a sample of that. Everybody else, they just there, you know.
Right.
You give different things, man. You bring them into that nature, you know, a different thing. So it's like, I'm here to do a show, but I got a little bit of this I could share with you. Enjoy the show while you check out the product. It's like you bring in 2-3 different things together to create a platform.
Right.
And that platform you create on different levels. And you see what my problem is? I'm stuck. I have so many great ideas, but I'm stuck in the work world. I'm stuck trying to make things work for me that I know is not for me long term. As far as working with people out here and getting them to see that aspect of my ideas. I'm learning, you know what? My ideas is my ideas. I can't really sell my ideas in the aspect that
to somebody else. Listen, they're
so
not going to understand your vision because it's yours. And literally, it just seems like, I don't know if it's a Scorpio thing, but it definitely seems like it is. We have to work hard at every step of the way.
You gotta work.
The very karmic
work
life.
Hard just to make, you work hard just to make things happen, right? And you be ready to fight anybody that's ready to take it from you because you be like, do you know what I went through?
Exactly.
And they can't see it. They can't.
Yeah, some people things come so easy to them. It just fall in their lap. Like what?
For everybody, it don't, man. No.
Not for everybody. Yeah, that's why there's levels. You know,
especially when you look at your natal chart and you see how things align. They tell you in certain houses. Like,
but the thing is, we have everything it takes to make it happen, though.
It's not going to be easy. I learned with it though is how you apply it, and then sometimes you got to apply things in alignment. So you might, like, perfect example, an Aries moon is a cleansing moon. Say you've had problems at work with somebody. That's when you speak into your higher self and you put that energy out for what you want to be cleansed. Right. You don't verbally gotta say, you can say through your meditation. Right. And that would be the time for that. But say you're looking for a new job or whatever the case is, during an Aries moon, that wouldn't be the time to look for a new job. Right. It ain't. It's a time for purification. So it may purify things so you can see where you at.
Planting seeds. And,
it sets you up to see where you at, to see where your new job may be, or if you even need a new job. Right. So it's the alignment with these different things, man. And it's the different things that I pay attention to. Like me, I'm so good at my natal charts and different things of that nature. At the moment, I don't have to pinpoint it. I don't have to stay on it because I've studied it so much over the time. I can look at it and I could see things to understand it. I can know exactly what to say or how this works. Right. Like the word house. This is what I've been telling people for years. I've been putting it out there. Mm-hmm. Perfect example. You got house. House is spelled House, but then you also have house, Hows. So inside, that's why people be saying, how do you do something? They're asking you for the mechanism because they can't see it. That's done behind closed doors. So the house word is a metaphor. Mm-hmm. It's a metaphor for two words that mean the same things. But one is just played out a little different in the physical because you can't see what's going on. So when somebody asks you how, they asking you about things in the physical. So they want to see it so you can verbally explain it because they can't physically see it unless you bring them in. And if you bring them in, it's a little different. But once you step outside that house, which is HOWS, it becomes SHOW. It becomes a show because you're a person, aka a being of light. So by you being that light, aka that star, you're the star of a show. So every place you go, somebody's watching you. Somebody's seeing you. So if they see you, they watching you. Right. So it's a lot of metaphors used in this. That's why they say what happens here stays here, because they don't always want people to know how these things were happening or why these things were happening. So a lot of the words are metaphoric. Right. You may be
that made me think about dimensions also when you were talking about the house and the house. It's like the difference is actually the walls, because one is 2 dimension and one is 3. but like behind the wall.
And then you look at the world wall, they got an extra L, but if you flip it around, it's law. The wall is law. Because you can't go beyond the walls. You got to stay in their law.
Wow.
They play with words so much, you got to know how to take off.
You know, we could probably do. Yeah, we should probably do a show strictly on that. You know what I'm saying? Get all the words together that you know like that, because that was a good one. Because the law is a wall. It builds boundaries. Wow.
So what I would like to do with it though is you study up on some etymology. I'll study up on some etymology. I'll send you some stuff on etymology, because what it is, once you study up on it a little bit, you will develop your own etymology of etymology.
Right. My own philosophy, put it like that. Yeah.
You create that, and then I would just be able to say, all right, this is why I can synchronize and all of that with you and make it make sense. So that way, when we're running, it's running on the straight platform and everything's running to the people where they can click on it and they can say, oh, damn, we got hit from two different points of view, but the points
of view I was saying,
come together and create a wholeness.
If you can, yeah, that would be great. That also led me to this thought. If you can fit it in your schedule, we need to do a book club. And I would like to start with this book. If you can see it, let me see. Can you see this?
Nah, I can't see this going in. And it's like,
well, anyway, this is the Gospel of Hip Hop by KRS-One.
Oh, you got a book from KRS-One. Oh, hold on.
Listen, he wrote the gospel. This is the Bible. This is the Bible of hip hop. Let me show you in the background. Hold up. Let me show you, because this is the most important book of hip hop.
Hold on. Let me say something that before you start. I got a question to ask. And I'm not taking away anything from what he's written, because he has some good knowledge, but he did one thing I did not like. And I don't think he's looked into that. I'm going to say one name. Has he corrected himself after he said certain things and represented that guy named African Bombada after what he has done?
He has pretty much separated himself from that situation.
Okay, so I can read the book now.
I haven't heard him condemn African Bombada, though. You know what I'm saying? I haven't heard him condemn him.
Nah, he's not going to condemn him. I'm going to tell you why he can't condemn him.
He's not.
I'm going to tell you why. He really shouldn't, but he shouldn't condemn him, but he shouldn't talk about him in a positive light, because that would be falsifying. So here's what. That guy has done some great things for the community, but just as good as he's done some very evil and wicked things. So we don't want to take away from him, because that takes away from us, but we don't want to give him power because it still takes away from us.
Right.
So leave him in a neutral grounding or standing where he is now.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he did.
Yeah, as he should.
So that's
it.
Okay,
go ahead. Now, go ahead and read what you was going to read in the back of it, sister.
Yeah, so this is the Bible of Hip Hop made by KRS-One. And it's dope, yo. It's fire, yo.
That's interesting.
Many times, every time I open this, I'll be brought to tears. This shit is fire, yo. It is no other words to explain it, but it should be used as the book for hip hop, because hip hop is now a religion. It's a religion. It's bona fide. It's actually classified on the books as a religion. Hip hop.
How long has it been?
And every religion has its book, but this one, dynamite, yo, out of sight.
It would be an African American religion then.
It is absolutely. But you got to get the book. You got to get this, yo. Got to get this. This right here solves the problem. It definitely solves the problem.
Is it literally on audiobook by chance, or Google? You can get it.
They do have it. They probably got it on audiobook. It probably is.
Audiobook.
Yeah, fire. Like literally a whole congregation can be run. A whole congregation, a church of hip hop can be started on this. And I tell you, I thought about it because I'm an ordained minister on paper, you know, and I thought about it. I think it'd be the very first one in the United States.
That
I
mean they
know it
would
would
have to
work.
play some of that hip hop, that old school hip hop music in
Absolutely.
there, and the vibrations
Absolutely.
will heal the people. The
And the
vibrations from it
creation
will heal
of
the people.
new hip hop,
Yeah,
holistic hip hop. What?
it would heal the people.
That if we had that in activation, over for them, because it's a very powerful force. It's a deity, and we created it. It came from us. We took our oppression and made it hip hop, yo. Although I do understand the philosophies of others, because now they're jumping on Busta Rhymes again because he said that hip hop started in Africa. In a way, he's correct.
If he gonna say hip hop
They've
started
been
in
doing,
Africa,
well, breakdancing
wait,
sure has.
that's what I'm about to say. The vibration started there. That's what he. See, that's the thing though. With Americans, not all Americans, but a majority of them, they gotta learn how to clarify the expression. And when I say clarify the expression, go all the way with it. Don't just give people a piece, because then you create a confusion.
Right. Chaos.
Exactly. And that what it
By
is.
not getting a complete thought out.
Exactly. And you know what I say when people start doing that? Ego. Ego creates that, where you take a little piece out the logic and you run with that. You gotta take the whole logic, so that way people don't look at it as okay, because you got a whole logic there. But if you just see a piece of that logic and you take it out just for self, then you destroyed that whole thing that was there that could have gave more info, because you know how self.
You know what they use that very tactic with? That's why they got so many denominations of Islam and Christianity. They take one little part out of it, right, that their ego can't agree with, and they create a whole nother denomination off of their ego.
That's why a lot of things that are man-made and man-written, I filtrate it, because some of it deals with ego, and ego opposes the spirit.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
I'm not playing out here, man. Like, I'm
that
really
is
slamming my hand down on it.
That is that very voice, because I always talk about it, and I tell people I have a very heavy conscience. And it's if I do something wrong, I know it's wrong, because I have a conscience inside of me that talks to me and says, you know that wasn't right.
That level of that conscience.
Next time,
it'll beat on you. It just keep beating on you. You'll feel.
Well, mine is very compassionate to me.
Nah, mine's
it tells me I'm wrong. It tells me I'm wrong, but it doesn't throw me to the fire.
Mine's gonna go all the way there.
Yeah. That's how I know it's a female, and it's a goddess. She's very compassionate. My higher self is very compassionate to me. You know what I'm saying? I know how to kick my own ass and not really hurt myself. You know what I'm saying?
I do it.
If you kick your own ass, it does feel different. It feels different than when someone else kicks it. You understand?
It feels better when you kick your own butt than somebody else, because now you
can take your own hits.
You're self-correcting yourself. It's deep on that level for me. And
I got a couple of different voices that be like, "Now you know that wasn't right. Now how come you did that? You know you done.
When it comes to
gotta correct it.
Talking to yourself,
which makes me think about really diabolically evil people. They have become experts at bottling their conscience, because they definitely have one.
But guess what? All that they bottle is being collected, and they're gonna have to face their music at some point in time. And when they facing their music, sometimes they facing a level of their music that you can't even hear them to help them. Some that be happening.
I think that they know they gotta face the music, but they would rather do it in the afterlife.
At the end.
Which is crazy, because that's what lasts forever.
They don't understand that it keeps reoccurring until you fix it. It's a reoccurrence of something until you fix that level of consciousness to progress.
And that is literally the meaning of a hell.
Yeah.
Where something reoccurs.
Hell is not really the word hell. You knock off the L is held. H-E-L-D. You're being held. So you're held in that circular motion. You're being held in that same possession. You're not going anywhere. Something that you're doing that's not light enough. It's weighing you down, so it's keeping you down. And until you learn that, you can't float up. You can't lighten that. So once you lighten that, you become unheld.
And the thing is, like you say, you got to lighten it, but the lightning can happen. The lightning is just a thought away, right? This perspective, because we could be in a perspective that holds us back. And within a split second.
That's called past tense. That's called a past tense sometimes. And it's called a past tense because it has you tense. It's your past. So you're tense from it. Yeah. You're in the same motion. You can't move. It's something that already happened.
A lot of people are held back by their past. Something that is in the past and it's holding them back. That's crazy.
Because what it is they don't want to enlighten. Enlighten, like you said, it's a thought away. A light thought. That sun
a light wave, actually, right? A light wave.
Yeah, that's
right. So listen, our liberation is just but one frequency away. If we think about it. Whoa, that's deep, yo. Whoa.
Why you think I always this is something I say, and I'm so serious about it. Me being born in the Virgin Islands, even though it's U.S. territory, it's U.S. territory in its own way, meaning that it's predominantly black. So the people down there, they're not of an angry people. They're more of a people where if you trouble them, they can over on you. They can be that angry and everything else that you don't want them to be. Only if they are troubled. So in that being that, we have the freedom. We're a free people. Like, you go to the beach, you relax, all that. Like, you're able to do things on a free note. So by experiencing that all my life, and to come to America back and forth, and to realize that they don't have the same thing, you're thankful for where you're from because you got that level of freedom. And that level of freedom, a lot of people don't know what that is, man.
Right.
And I see that work all the time because I got black people I deal with, white people I deal with, Spanish people I deal with, and they're always like just clammed up. And when I say clammed up, they're clammed up in the essence of what they're doing. I get clammed up like that too, but I free my mind, I free myself.
Yeah, me too.
Some people don't know how to do that because they don't know that exists. I see it. This shit's crazy, and I'll be like, damn, if you could just like really pinpoint somebody to that little bit of freedom and they can see on a higher level, their perspective.
Well, I was going to say that
would change a little bit.
Being from another place, you also have a place to go back to. Like when you get sick and tired of America, you can go back.
That's limited. That's limited though, because how I look at it like this, right? Yeah, the Virgin Islands is a nice place, but it's U.S. territory, and with all that stuff going on, honestly speaking, I would rather go to the Dominican Republic somewhere in the future because America is like just the shit, man. You got to keep your eye on this guy. Our time is ticking because we in that Jubilee, meaning that's one of the books they took out the Bible. So in that Jubilee, they're supposed to give back a lot of things. That's why they're doing certain things because they know in this energy, they did a lot of bad things, but they have to give back. It's mandatory. They can't not give back. They got to give something back in this energy or they're going to get destroyed quicker than what they were supposed to. But a lot of people not paying attention in that Jubilee. And in that Jubilee, I know that over in the Dominican Republic, that American dollar is worth way more over there. Wow. Shit, we worked so hard for that American dollar. Why would I not want to make that American dollar work somewhere else where I could benefit better off of it?
Yeah, something was going on in Ecuador, but I was looking at it.
You gotta have a fallout plan because America Yeah, ever fallout plan for a year or 2 or 3 from now or whatever, because he not gonna hit it right away. He gonna get close either in the middle of his term or the end of his term when he gonna start doing stupid things. So you gotta pay attention. You gotta have a plan. I gotta check in more with some of my family from the Dominican Republic and the Virgin Islands, because it's gonna take a while for it to trickle down to where I'm from. It's not gonna trickle down right away. It's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
But when it hit, it hit. And what's gonna happen down there is they more gonna have to deal with the feds, because it ain't really no white people to come down there and take that over. So they're gonna be dealing with the feds. And the feds ain't gonna play. They're gonna try to kill everything. Yeah. But you gotta know the area. It's a lot that's about to go on. I see the wars. I see what could happen. And I got people from different places. I would love to check home to make sure my people's good. That's where that's the root for me. That's where my roots at. I can't let that go to shit. Right. Man, because that go then, you know, is fucked up everything, you know? And that's what upsets me about being from another place and coming to see my black people, you know, because it's just so much more elsewhere for my black people to see. And, you know, sometimes black people separate themselves from black people because 2 reasons that I have. 1, sometimes they don't want to be classified with the same crap that's going on. And 2, they're afraid to open up and learn more about other black cultures. And we never were like that as a people. We always had some kind of unity as a people. We need to get back to that. If you pay attention back in the days, I look at, man, I can put you on some history. My dad, my aunt, they tell me stories of when they were back in Harlem. And they were there. My aunt's good friend that she opened up the snow cone business with, and then she got down to the Virgin Islands. They were around when Malcolm X and stuff was over there in Harlem. They was right there.
Probably bumped into some of my family members because they was down there the same time too.
Right there in Harlem. Right there in Harlem. I hear about all of this stuff back in the 60s and 70s. Yeah. I'm like, damn, mama, I'm hearing a lot about this stuff. And I'm like, damn, my dad was all up there. So I look back and I say, damn, my bloodline was already around some of the ancestors, and they were ancestors too. So it's ancestors around ancestors. And I come from some powerful stuff. Yeah. So to you do too, if your ancestors was nearby them, they got spoken word and all of that went through their genetics and traveled through the DNA, you know? Yeah. So sometimes that comes back and it recycles in us. It lives in us. Energy is a real thing.
It definitely does.
So when they tell me these stories, right, I was like, dang, wow. I think back and I say, wow, Harlem, like, and then my mama from Harlem, so I got roots in Harlem too. So I look at it like this. My dad, he checked out the area. My mom probably wasn't even, she was probably just being born in the 60s, because my dad was born in 46 and my mom was born in 64. My mom probably a little girl back in them times. Yeah. Checking out the area. Then you fast forward years later, you fast forward to 84, 85. I come along. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. So my dad checking it out, my mama born in Harlem, and then I come along raised in New York somewhat to some extent. So it's like you see father meaning further. So he went further, checked it out. He found the dirt, the soil, planting the seed. Boom.
Boom. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Same. That's how that works. That's how my mind works. I don't look at just their story. I look at their story and how I'm tied into their story and how they made everything work. That's how you draw a whole bloodline and what happened in the bloodline. But you know, the level that I think on it, you gotta manipulate the mental of others to kind of get them to flow in that energy. And when I say manipulate the mental, let them know it's comfortable, it's okay. All the stuff that they taught you is not right. They're keeping you away from who you are naturally. Yo, birthright.
Yes, you gotta really break that down first. That takes a hot minute.
I'm trying to tell you.
They're like to open up the matrix door. When you open up that door, know it. You can't close it.
Nah. You
Once
can't.
that door
Once you
opens,
open it,
it's a
it's
wrap.
open. It's a wrap for real.
Yeah.
I tell people that all the time.
Yeah.
Certain doors open, they open for a reason. You know, some doors don't revolve. Some do.
That's right. That consciousness door. Well, yeah, it's like a one way.
Yeah. That's why I say
Because you,
some doors
even if you
revolve and
want to
some
go
don't.
back to sleep, you like, nah.
I tried that. I tried it when I first was waking up. I tried 1 foot in and 1 foot out. No, that y'all said, nah, bro, I'm gonna push you in there.
It just doesn't work, y'all.
And it just shut the door on you slightly and slowly. I'm trying to tell you, it'll push you right in there. It ain't no 2 steps.
What they said, the unequal yoke.
Because you know, your energy know what and who you supposed to be. So once it just grab a little hold of you, oh yeah, it's like a magnet.
Yeah.
You see the pull and then it just drags you.
I remember in the beginning, I used to be up in the middle of the night still reading books like.
I'm gonna tell you, when I woke up back in like 2015, seriously woke up, right? I did something that a lot of people can't do. I was running through like books, YouTube videos. I would stay up all night and I would watch series of videos.
Me too.
Like, you know, you
I was a sponge.
Your mind gonna crash. I'm like, nah, you gotta know what you filtering.
Not me. We built for this shit.
Some people fall in where they go up too high and they fall in because they skipping levels. But if you're a reincarnated soul, some of the info you listening to sound familiar.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear it and it's gonna make sense. You'll be like, man, I've heard this somewhere before. Maybe in a past life. I don't know where I've heard this before. You get deja vu, you get nostalgia.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, this resonates with something, but I can't put my hand on what it resonates with.
Yeah. That's what I was telling my husband the other day. I kept on seeing 213, 312, 123, and all the different combinations. And I'm like, okay, am I supposed to be playing that number? And I was like trying to put it together. And then the LA fires came. So then I was listening to the radio and Warren G came on. And Warren G said, the 213 gonna regulate. And when he said that, it hit me. Boom. I said, that's why I was seeing 213 that week. It was the LA fires. That's the area code. And I was like, my intuition, I said the universe was trying to put me on to what was about to happen. Because I get that a lot of downloads about stuff that's about to happen. Like I knew George Floyd, this thing was gonna happen with George Floyd. It was crazy that day. I was like, I was sitting there watching TV, and all of a sudden something said, I can't breathe. That's the most said statement. You Google it and see it was the most repeated statement. So I Googled it and it was like, I can't breathe. And I was like, I just thought about the one guy, the first guy that got killed with the one Newport cigarette that he was selling, and they did the chokehold and killed him. Brown. Was his name Brown? No, not Mike Brown. I forget the man's name that they killed.
So many people in
It's been so many. Oh my goodness. But yeah, he was the one that came up with I can't breathe. What was the guy's name? Let me see. What was his name? Yeah, it happened in Minneapolis.
Of course it happened in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Of course it did.
Well, when are they going to say his name? Not the whole article.
Mike Brown and George Floyd.
I know his name wasn't Mike Brown. I think that was the young man that got killed. Let me see. Eric Garner.
Oh yeah, okay. Remember Eric
But
Garner.
George Floyd said the same thing. He said, "I can't breathe too." That was two. Yep. And they probably wasn't, and probably was said before because they choking you to death.
The
But
first
yeah,
time I remember them killing a black man.
that,
I'll
yep,
tell you the two I remember. Rodney King. When they killed
that
Rodney
too.
King.
Yeah, I
remember
that
that.
I
That was
was
the
a child
first
and I
time.
remember that.
First time I heard about that. Then after that, I was around when they I was in 7th grade when I was in New York and they killed Amadou Diallo.
Yeah, oh, I
They
remember
shot
that.
him 41 times and killed 19 bullets. The man had what he had? He had a it was pulling out his wallet or something, or ice cream cone or something like that. They hit.
I remember that.
I'm in 7th grade. And I'm like, dang, they shot that man.
And you know what stuck in my mind? When they said they stuck the plunger up his rectum.
Ooh, Amadou Diallo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They stuck the plunger up his rectum, remember?
I remember hearing that too. I'm a kid. This is like back in 98,
I was youngster
99.
too. I remember.
And I'm like, what?
I couldn't, it was like the police did that, and I was
too young
to see that started waking us up back then.
That's
we
when I
was
started
little
hating New
kids,
York
and we
police,
knew,
and
like,
I kept away from them.
Yeah. Yes. Well, brother, I know you got to get to work tomorrow, and it's Monday, the beginning of the weekend, so it's coming around to 11 o'clock here. So it must be what, midnight
10,
where you are?
10, nah, it's 10 here.
Yes. So it's been another great segment, and we will we're gonna come back Sunday because it's always something to talk about. So we'll keep in contact during this week and we'll figure out what's the topic going to be.
Definitely, sister.
Absolutely. So peace out.
Peace out, sister.
Anything you want to say on the way out?
Nah, it was a great show tonight. Maybe we could get into more topics on this level, different things like that. Just things more familiarizing our people with what's going on outside of America, because we're distracted a lot by things inside, so we can't see what's going on outside.
Yeah, because they go out of their way to suppress that information.
We can't allow that anymore. But
that's and it really is a small world. We need to know. Yeah. Yes. So have a wonderful week, and I'll be hitting you up. Peace and love from the Tonya 23 experience.
Likewise, sister.
Peace
have a great
out.
night.
You too.
Peace.